What's your view on the dollar, given the situation with the trade tensions?
Thanks for having me on the show today. In terms of the dollar, it's going to be supported in the near term. We've had no escalation in rhetoric on the trade tensions, so that is actually supporting risk in general. The dollar is also supported by the Fed continuing to hike rates. Now, longer term, we do expect the dollar's trend to turn negative or downward once again. A couple of reasons for that. First of all, we do expect trade tensions to continue to weigh, and that will hurt dollar, particularly against the yen. Now, we also expect that the Fed continues on its rate hiking path, but at some stage, the market's going to have to start pricing in what those rate hikes is doing to the US economy, and that could build concerns about over-tightening, and that would be realised in a further flattening in the US Treasury curve, and that would come back to dominate the dollar and weaken it, we think.
David, you know, this whole U.S.-China trade spat, Aussie, you think, is caught square in the crosshairs of this crossfire, could suffer the most.
Well, when it comes to the Aussie, there are a few reasons why it gets hit by trade tensions. The first is that, bottom line is, as a share of Australia's exports to China and its share in GDP is the largest amongst any of the G10 countries. So, obviously, any slowdown in China or weakness in China does hurt the Aussie economy, and disproportionately relative to the rest of the G10. The other reason is that the Aussie dollar is a great liquid proxy for actually selling the China story or going bearish China. So the Aussie's been hit by those two factors. We also have to remember, though, that US rates have been marching higher, and that's resulted in the Aussie getting hit further because it also remains highly sensitive to rates, and its interest rate differential with the US continues to head further into negative territory.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.